Only the ticking of the clock could be heard. The wooden shelves lined with books stood as if guarding secrets collected over many years. In that very room he stood, a strong, confident leopard whose voice carried power and whose laughter carried life. A smile always rested on his face, yet behind that smile lived a loneliness no one truly knew. And standing before him was her, a delicate white cat, quiet, composed, and deeply dignified. Her eyes held fewer words and more emotions. She spoke little, but when she looked at someone, it felt as though she could see straight into their heart. They both belonged to the same institution. He was the head of administration, and she worked in the library and research department. For days, their interactions were limited to formal greetings. He spoke loudly, laughed freely, and remained the center of attention. She worked silently, lost among books. But some stories are not born in noise, they are born in silence. One day, he came to the library, unusually quiet. Between the rows of books, he saw her turning the pages of an old book, as if searching for a memory hidden within each page. "Is that book special?" he asked softly for the first time. She startled slightly, then smiled. "It's a book about time and about waiting." That sentence settled somewhere deep within his heart. After that day, he began visiting the library often, sometimes with an excuse, sometimes without any reason at all. He would sit near her, quietly looking through a book, and sometimes simply being there. Words between them were few, but the peace was abundant. Gradually, he began to understand that true strength does not live in noise, but in calmness. And she began to feel that not every powerful voice is a threat. Sometimes it becomes protection. One evening, it began to rain. The power went out. The library sank into darkness. They were both there. "Are you scared?" he asked. She remained silent for a moment, then said, "No, when someone is with you, even darkness feels gentle." In that moment, he realized for the first time that matters of the heart do not always need words. Days passed. Both of them were changing. He grew softer, laughed less, but understood more. She became more confident, hiding less and feeling more. One day, he was offered a transfer to another city, a higher position, greater authority. Everyone congratulated him, yet inside his heart was a strange emptiness. He came to the library. She was there, as always, among the books. "I'm leaving," he said plainly. She looked up. There was no question in her eyes, only sadness. "When?" she asked. "Soon." Silence filled the space, a silence that screamed. "Are you happy?" she finally asked. He spoke the truth. "No, but maybe I'm supposed to be." She stood up. Happiness isn't always ahead of us. Sometimes it's right where the heart wants to stay. Hearing this, he spoke from his heart for the first time. "I've never asked anything from anyone, but this time my heart tells me to stay." She smiled, her eyes filled with quiet tears. "Then stay." No promises were made that day. No grand words were spoken. Just two hearts that had learned to understand one another. Months later, the library remained the same, but now they were together, sometimes silent, sometimes smiling. No noise, no display, just a simple bond built on respect, understanding, and companionship. Because true love is not the kind that everyone can see. It is the kind that brings peace to the heart.